Hey, everybody, listen, it's Tuesday and it's trending topics, and I'm glad to see y'all in the building. Y'all know the routine. Hit the like button. That's your ticket into this train ride. If you want to be a passenger, hit the like button. So, listen, guys, we're here today with trending topics, and the title is Unusual Circumstances. Mhm. Unusual circumstances. And why am I saying that? Diddy put up a message on social media. First, his son drops a diss track trying to defend the family names, the Combs name. Uh-huh. And then now Diddy posts on social media. One, he's chilling with the family on vacation. Yes, he is. He's chilling with all the kids. I'm saying all the kids. Baby Love is there. The twins is there. The other daughter is there. King Combs is there. Justin is there. And so is, what is his darn name? I keep forgetting his name. He a cutie pie. Kim Porter's firstborn. Yeah, he's there too. So they good. They on the beach together chilling. They got their picture together. They hanging out. I guess it's the calm before the storm for them. So they chilling together. So Diddy posts just a message on Instagram. And he said, time tells the truth. Well, he ain't never lied about that. Time tells the truth. And that's what the Fed's trying to tell to the bigger world. Give us time. And we're going to show y'all the truth. Time tells the truth. You're right, Diddy. Time tells the truth. Your son told the whole world to go to the other house next door. The Combs family. Diddy had the opportunity to make that a household name to go down in history as the kid who was born in Harlem, raised in Mount Vernon. Father died when he was young. Mother had to raise him as a single parent. And he rose from the ashes, started out as an intern as a record company, built his own company, had an empire with a whole bunch of artists, became a billionaire with all kinds of deals. He could have went down in history. Talking about Black history, he could have been in the history books and the Black kids and the colored kids. The people with some melanin to their skin would have said, "Wow." Thank you guys. Y'all liking my haircut? The kids could have been like, "Wow, look at this kid from Harlem. He did it. I could do it too." But instead, now the Combs name is Mud. Mud. We're going to talk about it. Unusual circumstances. Then we got Wendy Williams. Another unusual situation. It's very sad. I don't even know. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around how this is legal. How can a legal system take you away from your family, run through your cash, spend your cash, nobody has to answer to it, and they don't have to tell the family that you are at said hospital? You think if you tell the guardian, "I want to see my family, I don't want to be here, I don't want you in charge of me, I want my family in charge of me," you think the guardian is going to go to the court and say, "Oh, I spoke to Diva. Diva says she doesn't want me anymore. She wants her family." When I'm getting anywhere from $100 to $200 an hour, you think I'm going to go tell the judge the truth? I don't know how this is legal. But the guardian sold Wendy Williams' apartment, so more money for the guardian to pocket, and sold it at a loss. Now listen, it's not unusual, depending upon how the market is, for people to sell their real estate and lose money. Okay, it's not. But I'll say this to you though. I'll tell you this: when it ain't your money to begin with, and you didn't have to work hard for it, and you ready to sell, and they say, I know it's worth $4 million, but I'll give you $2 million, you'd be like, take it, because it's all gravy to you. It was never your money anyway. You're not connected. You don't have no feeling towards it. You're like, oh, it is what it is. And you like, go ahead, let it be a $2 million loss. A shame. Unusual circumstances. We got this high school student. You see how one bad decision can change your life forever? There's this high school student. People in her classroom was getting to putting hands on each other. She said she did what people in her generation do. She turned on her phone and she started live streaming it. Well, the school made an example out of her. Yes, they did. They told her, not only can you not come to graduation or prom, it's her senior year. You can't come to graduation or prom, and we're kicking you out of school. Go finish off the year somewhere else. Oh, picture that. You spent 4 years with your co-students. You in the 12th year about to graduate. You got scholarships to college. You talking to your friends, can't wait to prom, can't wait to graduation, can't wait for this, that. And they like, no, bye, you're out. But check this out. This is why I'm saying unusual circumstances. How did the student who was in the fight didn't get expelled? Make that make sense. Oh, they made an example of how they stuck it to her. They stuck it to her. And she went to fight it, and they still said, no, bye. No, bye. They need a lawyer. But the thing is, even if they fight this thing, how much are they going to get? Because you still not going to, you probably won't be able to fight it before graduation and prom and all of that ends up happening. Oh, she paying the price because of this darn cell phone. Because of the cell phone, she's paying the price. Unusual circumstances. Tell us all the time. Chill with that social media stuff and the phones and the this and the that. It could come to bite you in the booty. Come on now. Unusual circumstances. It's Tuesday night, y'all. Y'all know what y'all need to do. Hit the like button. Somebody say hashtag unusual circumstances because we're about to get into it. And listen, do y'all believe in second chances? That's going to be our feel-good story tonight. I believe in second chances depending upon what the situation is, who you are, and what's going on. But I told you this before, and I'm going to give the message again. When it comes to your significant other, male, female, whatever, when they cheat on you, release them back to the streets. That is not the time to be given a second chance. Release them back to the streets and tell them, have fun. Say, I'm good. Deuces. Listen, guys, I need a word in the chat because I need to bring the people in the building. Come on, I see it out there ready. Come on, Tay. I appreciate you. I need a what? I need a choo-choo. Hold aboard, everybody. It is Tuesday night trending topics, and the title is Unusual Circumstances. Diddy's on the docket. Wendy Williams on the docket. And a high school student with a split decision to turn on her phone and stream a fight live. Cost her everything. Her high school memories are up in smoke. We're going to bring the people in the building. Hold on. Let me see who is on this platform today. Let me get the people in that's on the platform. Hey, in my opinion.
Hey, Diva. Choo-choo.
Choo-choo. Hey, Katrina.
Hey, Diva. Choo-choo-choo.
Come on now. Hey, Wayne.
Hey, Diva.
How are you? Uh-oh. Hey, E.
Good.
Hey.
Hey, Julius. Hey, Tay. All right, people. We in the building.
Hello.
Listen, we got room on the train car tonight. If y'all want to join, click the link. But if you come up here, you catch the train. Don't catch no feelings. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to get into our first story. We got to talk about some things here. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this Wendy Williams story first. I do not understand this guardianship. I've been trying to dig, get a little more. I do not like the rules and regulations around it. I think it's messy. And like Wendy Williams said in her documentary, Where's Wendy Williams? She said, if it happened to me, it can happen to you. And we got to get these laws changed so this will never, ever happen to us. Let's go ahead and get right into the story. Hold on one second, guys. Wendy Williams' New York City penthouse sold for a loss. See inside the Lux Financial District property in New York. That was Wendy Williams. That was her iconic purple chair. Okay. Now, this is in the penthouse. This is not the luxury one that they sold. This is in the penthouse where the Denmark Mercury owned this penthouse, I believe. So once her show ended, so did Wendy. Okay, she could no longer she could no longer what do you call it, live in this apartment. She had to give it up. That's my belief and my understanding. Y'all could correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. Wendy Williams' extravagant New York City penthouse is off the market. The former talk show hosts 2,400 square foot property in the financial districts, which was purchased in July 2021 for $4.5 million, was sold by her guardian on Friday for $3.75 million, according to records assessed by the Post. The three-bathroom, three-bathroom home boasts a terrace overlooking the Hudson River, as well as floor-to-ceiling windows. Oh, now that was a place now. That was a nice place, okay? The condo overlooks the Hudson River. While Williams' primary suite complete with a 5-fixture bath is on the upper level, the residence main level has a living room, dining room, and open kitchen. The building additionally features a fitness center, a 60-foot lap pool, a sauna, a steam room, and a jacuzzi. Williams, 59, often posted pictures in the luxe space before she stopped sharing on social media in 2022. It also served as the backdrop to her daytime show in 2020. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this was her place when she was still doing the talk show. When she hosted remotely amid the coronavirus pandemic. In February 2022, Williams was deemed as incapacitated person by her bank and appointed a financial guardian despite her denial. The former broadcaster was diagnosed with progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia the following year. Prior to the condo sale, Wendy's belongings, including her iconic purple chair, her iconic purple Hot Topics chair, Wendy Williams shows fans know and love, were reportedly sold off. Her rep told us in March 2023 that Williams was spring cleaning. People do this time of the year. News broke in March that the retired journalist is allegedly facing a federal tax lien over $500,000 in unpaid taxes. Her home is under the lien at the time, according to TMZ. See, that's a problem I have too. She had this guardian. They forced her to get this guardian, but yet she had $500,000 in a tax lien against her. To me, that should have been the first bill that was paid. Williams began hosting her show in 2008, filming the final episode in 2021 before the role was taken over by guest host until its June 2022 finale. Her legal and personal woes took center stage on the Where is Wendy Williams documentary released in February on Lifetime, which her former publicist said exploited Williams and she would have been mortified. The daytime Emmy nominee is currently in an undisclosed treatment facility. I think it's sad, as I go around, I think it's sad, one, that she can't be under a family member's care. I think it's sad, too, that it seems like they are just squandering away with her money. It's sad. And as Wendy stated, it can happen to any one of us. I do not like this guardianship thing. Okay. That's my opinion on that. Leo, I'm saying Leo. In my opinion, you're up.
I have a problem with this because what's gonna happen when she get out of treatment? Where is she supposed to stay? They sold this for the lowest amount they could sell it for. That apartment could have went for upwards to $5 million. But the fact that she took it for this low price tells me she's definitely been squandering away this lady's money. And I don't understand how this is legal. I really don't. I don't understand how any of this is legal. And I really wish somebody would step in. Like, somebody got to step in and say enough is enough.
Right. Very sad. In my opinion, thank you. Katrina, you're up.
Yes, I don't understand that either. I mean, how can you tell me this is my money? I made this money. But how can you tell me that my family can't be over it? That I'm not capable of being over my own money? But you put somebody over my money that causing me more debt than I had before they even got over my money. And then
Right.
you sold my house with the housing market, everything is doubled. So how you get a lower price for this house? And then you say you spring cleaning when everybody know Wendy will have that chair upholstered before she get rid of it because she loved that chair. And she said she did it purple because of Prince. So you're not to everybody spring cleaning. Everybody don't throw away everything that's sentimental. And Wendy is a hoarder. And she don't just throw her stuff away. With all them bracelets and all that stuff she used to wear, she's not just gonna be no spring cleaning and throwing her stuff away. You getting rid of her stuff. You trying to pay off her bills because you know you wanted this lady Monday away. Because how in the world this woman be a millionaire but owe $500,000 in taxes? What have you done with her money? Who are you? And why you still owe this lady money? I know the family is fighting what's up, but that family need to really, really fight. I understand Wendy's in getting treatment or whatsoever, but do you understand? Like, in my opinion, said, where is she gonna go when she come up out of here? If she don't even have no money to even pay off the tax people, how's she gonna have enough money to live? So if you selling her house, so you paying off her taxes, so you putting that in the state, or what are you planning on doing with this? You plan on squandering this too? I don't get it, and it makes me mad because like this could be my mom, this could be your mom, this could be you, this could be me, and this people just taking this lady money. That lady went through heck for this money. Cause she didn't just sit down and just say things. She talked about everybody and she had threats and everything on her life. So this woman earned her money and y'all just taking it and just taking it and just taking it. I don't understand that. It is so sad. This is really, really sad. And that woman need to be investigated because she don't need to be over nobody money. The only money she need to be over is in a penitentiary because that's what she need to be because she's stealing. And I don't think that's right. I don't get it. The judges and her need to be gone because something ain't right with this. And I wish Wendy family would stand up. I mean, I know they're saying they trying, but y'all ain't trying hard enough. But that's all I got, Diva. That's all I got.
No, I appreciate you, Katrina. To me, you know what? Every fight don't belong in social media, but perhaps this one does. And maybe they should be social media down, speaking and speaking and speaking until someone does something. Tay, you're up.
Well, I'm with MIP and Katrina. I don't understand either, the Diva. And tell her that where she gonna live at, and who gonna get her food, who gonna take her everything, who gonna drive her here, there, everywhere, you name it. Because this is greedy, greedy, greedy right here. Like I said before, they don't care about Winnie. They care about the money. Ka-ching, ching, 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 ching. That's all they care about. This where it's going down because nobody cares about anybody. It's all about the money, 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 money. It's so stupid right there. Why haven't you get a job like it used to be back in those days? But no, 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 no. Y'all too lazy to get a job. That's what it is right there. That's all, Diva.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Julius, you're up.
Um, a little quick review. I'm sorry. I had a. What was the story about again?
I'll come back to you, Julius.
Okay.
E, you're up.
I look at it this way. The money is already gone and it's not coming back. And I say that because once you start selling the house and the furniture, you're down to the last bit. And after the taxes for this year, and what Kevin is going to get, the treatment facility, plus the conservative salary of the ex of the upwards of $150,000, all that money is going to be gone by next summer because there are other expenses at play and other people on the payroll. And what I know is once all the money is gone, then the conservatorship will really be over because I know damn well Wanda and the family won't pay this bill. And so this truly won't end until after all the money is gone. So I say keep on spending it because then Wendy can be free of you and she can start over. There's no way she can start over right now. And there's no way they're going to let her out of the conservatorship because she cannot live on her own. She's in treatment right now. She cannot dress herself. She cannot feed herself. She cannot leave. She cannot be on her own. And yes, it would be great for the family to be able to take care of her. But the family has done a poor job of explaining why they are not taking care of her and how she ended up under the conservatorship to begin with. And so once it's over, I feel like Wendy can go back with the family because then there won't be any money to fight over.
That is facts, E. And so, I think many say, well, what's going to happen to it? They're going to kick her out that facility. And like E said, the conservatorship will be over by default because there will be no money and who's going to pay the conservator? Come on now. That's what they're going to do. And it's sad, but unfortunately, maybe like you said, that's what needs to happen so she can get up from underneath this conservatorship.
Diva.
Yes.
Someone in the chat said, I'm sorry, Diva. Someone in the chat said, who said that Wendy can't dress or feed herself? We saw Wendy's feet. Wendy can't walk on her own without assistance. She needs to be in a chair. Wendy is not able to go in the kitchen and fix her own food. So when you say, who said Wendy can't walk or feed herself, we saw it on the television.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, E. Milena Poppin, you're up.
I agree with a lot of what E said. We don't really know what's truly going on, of course, because we're looking from the outside in. Mm-hmm. But if you think about it, Kevin used to guide Wendy, right? It looks like to me, Wendy a very intelligent woman, very articulate, very, accommodating, very, entertaining or what have you. But it looks like she never had structure to guide herself. She had Kevin in her life. Let him tell it. He was the brains behind the machine. Since that show has stopped, it seems like everything is being driven, all revenue is being driven off of the estate. There's nothing being replenished. Mm-hmm. So now we have this condo. We know someone said Wendy, it was a hoarder. We really truly don't know what the condition of that condominium was. It's in a luxe building with all the amenities with it. However, if there was no proper upkeep, if it was hoarding, we just don't know. So of course, whomever was going to go in there and bid on it, they're not going to try to take a loss. The housing market isn't what it was 2 years ago, where it was a big time, seller's market, and you could sit up here and make, it's still somewhat a seller's market, but not to the extent that it was 2 years ago. So now you can negotiate a little more. So I don't know if that's the reason why they took the $800,000 loss, but I'm saying to myself, Wendy, her mother's passed, her father's elderly. She has an educated sister, Wanda, who is I believe a teacher. She has her brother, her niece, who's an anchor person. I can't see how no one has had retained any type of legal assistance to be able to go in front of the judge and plead a case. Because if you think about it, the judge is the person who is keeping this conservator in place. And
Facts.
why is that? We have to say to ourselves, why is that? Why is the judge not coming off of this at all? And all of this is being played out for us. And I feel like it's strategic the way it's being played out as well, because the loudest cries we're hearing from is the father and the son. The immediate family is, they said a little bit during the documentary that played a couple of months ago, but not much. They kind of are playing it close to the vest. They're not saying much. It's only Kevin and his son that is really, really speaking out loud. So, like, I don't know. I'm at a loss, because we know Wendy as that person, that was there at BLS. She was there at 97. She had her show. She was vocal. She was very assertive. She was entertaining. But behind closed doors, we really don't know how Wendy really moved, and with the drug abuse and the alcoholism. We really truly don't know. And unfortunately, if you don't have a good, strong tribe behind you, I don't care how much money you make, how hard you work, they will go through what you worked so hard for in a matter of, it'll seem like moments that took you a lifetime. And it's sad. But I just feel like there's another side of this that we're not being made privy to for a particular reason, because that judge, if they're making that argument, I don't see why that judge is not so, so much against this particular conservator and relinquishing it and assigning someone else, if that was the case, if that makes sense. But I do agree, it's really disheartening, because we all love Wendy. We've been with Wendy since the doggone 80s. She's our girl. We hate to see what's going on, but I just don't know what the world is. It's just something just doesn't sit right, because the loudest cries is coming from son and father, and we know about the father. So I don't know.
You are correct. I hear you. I hear you. Thank you so much. Wayne, you're up.
Yeah, but I can't pronounce her name, so I'm just gonna say Mel. I agree with Mel. And first of all, it's a travesty of what's going on, and second, how do you go through life and you don't have no support? I don't know. I'm not gonna put the blame on the family, or they were after her money, or Wendy. But how do you separate yourself from family that nobody knows what's going on? Okay, like you say you got a sister that's sick. Okay, you're gonna go see about it. You talk to her, hey, what's up? Oh, I'm not feeling too well today. Oh, what you need? I mean, she didn't have nobody that she could call and say before she got incapacitated, that a good girlfriend, somebody you can talk to, somebody that can be on that other side of the ear, in your ear. Because first of all, this conservator, guardian, or whatever, I'm like, I think it's going downhill now. I think it's going downhill. I also think if I hadn't seen that movie where this actually happened, but it was based on this, I wouldn't believe that you could be well known, a millionaire, all that, and somebody come in, not in your family, you don't even know them, and all of a sudden they all over, and they making decisions on your money. Granted, I understand maybe she would have squandered it or whatever, but I'm just surprised that nobody in the village could have come to see about it now. I mean, so was Wendy arrogant like that? Or was she that, probably, I don't want to be bothered with my family. I don't want to be bothered with this. I don't know. I just can't see that somebody that famous don't have nobody on her side before this all happened. Because now that it's in the court, y'all can say what y'all want. before she get any resolution from the family, or if the family gets any resolution, it's going to be gone. She's not going to have anything. And not only that, I think from the judge all the way down, everybody's in cahoots. I think she probably sold that thing to somebody, says, look, this is what it could probably go for, but I'm going to get you this deal. Okay, and you kick me back $100,000. That would be nothing if you got a building or a home that's worth $4 or $5 million, and you got this great deal of $3 million. Hey, I can kick you a little gapper. You know, I don't think none of it's honest. And that's why I say it's a travesty. I just can't believe that somebody could come in and have, you know, control of all your money. And like, so when all the money's gone, where's she on the street like they do you in jail? When they put you in jail, lock you up for 20 years, and then put you back on the street? So, I mean, is there a plan for that? Does her family know that, okay, you know, Wendy's we're going to have her getting well for about 3 or 4 months. You know, y'all can, you know, check on her. We can give you, somebody should be able to get a report. Somebody should say, Diva, you know, this is going with your sister, this, that, and the other, visitation. But nothing. It's like one person or a couple of people got control, and nobody in your family, nobody knows nothing. It just seems preposterous that it could even happen. But it did. And I'm not even a Wendy fan, believe me. But I really feel sorry for her, that she could possibly really walk away with nothing. And then if she doesn't get her health back, she ain't gonna be able to get nothing.
Yeah, I you know what? It's a sad situation. I think she is, you know, miracles can happen. I'll say this. Miracles can happen, but I definitely think she's at a point in her life where someone is going to have to care for her to the end of her days. You know, if things don't change pretty much, because even in the Wendy Williams documentary, we saw a lot of sadness that showed she was far into the throes of her diagnosis. I don't know if you saw, but if you remember the scene when she was asking them to go to the smoke shop, and they went to the smoke shop, and she swore up and down that wasn't the one, and she had them go around that block. They showed us about 7 times, but I could only imagine how many times maybe in reality that driver kept going around the block, because she thought like the smoke shop was somewhere that it wasn't. I'm very sad. Again, every time we do a Wendy Williams story, I just say prayers out to Wendy Williams and her family.
Diva, can I speak now?
Yes.
Unfortunately, giving her diagnosis, like you say, miracles happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we as the general public have to prepare that she's not going to get better.
Mm-hmm.
And as you just pointed out, the smoke shop scene, it occurred to me, you know, because with dementia, it automatically increases to Alzheimer's. And I think, like, if her son can fight to be her power of attorney, you know, just to make sure, like, you know, in her later years, she's comfortable. But as far as her money goes, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Julie. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll right into the next story. This Diddy thing is not going away. But I will say this. You know, a person can be several things at one time. All of us are not one-dimensional, right? We could be one person at work, one person in our religious building, if we go to church or whatever the case may be, another person at home, another person to our kids, and another person to our spouse, right? Our significant other. And those different people don't have to be far off from each other, right? They could be all kind of in alignment with each other to different degrees. But then there are times like in Diddy, like sometimes with, and I'm not saying Diddy is one, or with serial killers or serial unalivers or stuff like that. Some of these individuals at home, They have families, and the people in their neighborhood, and including their family, was like, I had no clue. No clue. And then they leave to go outside and say they're going to get some soap, some water, and a sandwich. And meantime, they out there, they bop somebody over the head, did whatever they did to them, wash their hands off, come home and act like the perfect husband, dad, and everything again. So I'm saying that Diddy seems, it appears as if, for whatever it is worth, that he has a good relationship with his kids, and he cares about the kids, and for whatever it's worth, he's a good father to those kids. I mean, every last one of these kids, I'm going to share my screen for a minute, including Baby Love, is out there with him. They're on vacation right now. So the twins are there. The other sister is there. King Combs is back there. Justin Combs is there. Look at Baby Love. And why am I forgetting Kim Porter's son name right now? This one right here. I know that she has others. I'm forgetting his name
Quincy.
right now.
Quincy Brown.
Thank you, E. Quincy, not no Quincy Brown. I'm gonna get you. And Quincy is here. Okay. So it's like he's chilling with the family. Christian Combs recently did a whole diss song because he wanted to defend the Combs name. He wants to defend the last name of the family because it's mud right now. But all of them are happy. They chilling. And you know what? I'm happy. This is probably a private island. I'm happy for them right now because these are probably some of the last good days and times maybe that they will be spending together in in this type of luxury. Okay. So that's them there. But let's go down to what he recently wrote. He said, time tells the truth. That's what Diddy wrote, right? And then he loves this because he's stuck on this thing now. Love. Okay? So Diddy wrote that. He wrote love. Okay? So let me go a little bit more into the story. Let me see. So he's speaking out. He does these little cryptic messages every now and then. Speaking out. Diddy said, time tells truth. So TTT, your hashtag TTT, time tells truth. After asking a judge to dismiss the lawsuit, claiming he are the 17-year-old girl. The request was just the latest challenge from the rapper and his legal team after he was subjected to criminal ST investigation. So Sean Diddy Combs has shared a cryptic message after asking a judge to dismiss the lawsuit, claiming he are a 17-year-old girl. On Friday, the hip-hop mogul asked the federal judge to dismiss the lawsuit, which alleges that he and two co-defendants are the 17-year-old girl in New York recording studio in 2003. Now, this is some one piece of new information is in here, okay? So that's his cryptic message. On Tuesday, Combs 54 shared a message that seemingly alluded to the pending charges against him on Instagram. He said, time tells truth, the post read. He captioned the cryptic post with love, without providing any further explanation for the message's meaning. The court finally requested dismissal of the lawsuit, read, Mr. Combs and his companies categorically deny plaintiff's decades-old tale against them, which has caused incalculable damage to their reputations and business standings before any evidence has been presented. Plaintiff cannot allege what day or time of the year that the alleged incident occurred, but miraculously remembers other salacious details despite her alleged incapacitated condition. The lawsuit against Diddy was filed in December and amended in March by the woman who now lives in Canada. Now, that part was interesting to me. So whoever this 17-year-old is, they now live in Canada, and whose name was not disclosed in the court filing, report NBC News. The plaintiff said she was in the 11th grade when Harvey Pierre, then the president of Combs Bad Boy Entertainment record label, flew her to New York and took her to a recording studio. The lawsuit states that she was given, substances and alcohol until she was incapable of consenting to S before Pierre Combs and a man she didn't know took turns R-ing her. Okay. So I thought she was just not naming a person, but now they're saying a little more additional information. It was the other man she did not know. She can't identify that other individual. Photographs of the women sitting on Combs' lap that she said were taken on the night in question were also included in the lawsuit. Combs' defense has asked that the case be dismissed now with prejudice to protect the Combs defendants from further reputational injury and before more party and judicial resources are squandered. So they saying, listen, he's emptying out his bank account darn near to fight these charges that he believes, or he alleges is not so. One of the plaintiff's attorneys, Michael J. Williman, argued in response to the filing. At this point, he said, no one should take anything Diddy or his lawyers say seriously. Today's motions is just a desperate attempt by Combs to avoid accountability for Ms. Doe's allegations of GR and SA. And her lawyer says it won't work. Now, I'm not going to go through the rest because the rest just goes back over the raids that happened, the Cassie lawsuit, and all of that. Interesting that this is the first time I heard now this individual, this Jane Doe, allegedly lives in Canada. Very interesting. In my opinion, you're up. Your thoughts?
Listen here, his son just told us the evidence was in the house next door. So he ain't got to tell us the truth is gonna come out. His son just snitched on him. We're not letting up off you, okay? You've been terrorizing the young and the youth for a very long time, since the 90s, sir. Probably earlier than that, but to the 90s that we know of. No, you're gonna go down and you're gonna have fun going down, just like you was having fun, drugging the people up with the water.
50 Cent call it the Diddy juice. I appreciate you in my opinion. Katrina, you're up.
No, the biggest trick the devil did was having people think he didn't exist.
Oh.
And this man right here is a walking devil. What was your love for Black Rob? What was your love for Craig Mack? What was your love for Total? What was your love for Biggie? What was all that love at when you took all these people money and then paid them for all the hard work they sat up and did? What was your love then? And now you on an island with your kids? Yeah, you need to be on an island with your kids. Because like Diva said, they're probably going to be the last time you're going to be on an island with your kids.
Ooh.
He just did some terrible things. And like I said, I'm not just going to bash a man, but we have seen the stuff that this man have done and got away with it. He got away with it. You took all these people money. And I still believe you had something to do with Biggie being K. I don't care what nobody say and Pop. I don't believe what nobody else say. I believe you did it because there's no way when them folks sit up and tell you not to do it, you allowed that to happen because the man was finna leave you. And you don't want nobody to leave you. You do everything Cassie left you to be with another man. And you're going to send her a car trying to intimidate people. You did the same thing with J-Lo. You all were trying to send gifts and cars to try to intimidate or try to keep their mouth closed. But ain't nobody keeping their mouth closed no more. You can't intimidate nobody no more. But one thing you need to know, you're not Frank Lucas. But then again, you probably think you are, but just again, because Frank Lucas did get caught. So go ahead. We'll see you, Diddy. Thanks, Diva. That's all I got.
Ooh, thank you, Tay. You're up.
I say turn yourself in, Diddy, and so that way we won't hear about your name no more. Lock him up, throw the key away, so we won't hear about him. I'm tired. I'm tired, Diddy. I'm sick of him. Sick of him.
Thank you, Julius. You're up.
If his reputation was intact, I guess I missed the memo. Because he's always been a problem. And he is known for doing his artists dirty. Oh, but his reputation is intact. No, he's always been a menace. And so, like we say, what's done in the dark always comes to light. And it's starting to come to light.
All right, appreciate you, Julius. E, you're up.
Well, at the start of the package, you said for whatever it's worth. And, for me, it's not worth a damn thing. I don't care about him taking his kids on vacation. The measure of a father is not how many vacations you take your kids on or how pretty they look. That's ridiculous. The measure of a man is what values you have instilled in your children. How do your children treat the support staff and the house managers at these mansions that you have on each coast? When they go to the restaurants, how do they talk to the waiters? How do they tip? From the paperwork you read last month, Diva, you said that Christian Combs was on a yacht and was harassing one of the staff members, so much so she accused him of SA and filed a lawsuit. The measure of a man is how you protect your children in the midst of the ship going down. And at this point, I can't say that he is protecting his children. How can I say he is protecting his children when both of his sons have been named in the lawsuit too? One was in the bathroom and they think that he had the pew 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 going off, and the other one uh he done essay more, he done mess with more girls than COVID. So listen, it's the oldest trick in the book. Whenever a man wants to play on women's heartstrings, he gets his kids and does a photo op because for some reason, um, in the previous generation of black women, they love to see a black man with his kids. And my generation and the one after, we could really care less. It's only in the black community where women are conditioned to praise men for doing what they're supposed to do anyway. You're supposed to take your kids on vacation. Dude, you're not special. When Mexican and white men take their kids on vacation, it hardly makes the news. And I, for one, am not praising a man for doing what he's supposed to do, especially when you have 8 kids by 5 different women. Just cut it out. And as for this, time will tell. Well, time has already told. People have seen Kim Porter with the evidence. We know from what the reports have said, and I'm not talking about in the court paperwork. I'm talking about from people providing their experience and going and doing these interviews, because I believe I even heard Michael J. White say something. But anywho's, I'll say allegedly, we have heard about Kim Porter's nose needing to be healed and tweaked a little bit because of injuries that she sustained from him. And the lawsuit that he settled with Cassie, that roommate came out and said that he had done this, and this. He has a history of women coming out and saying that he has done them harm. And this is before he even settled the lawsuit. We've heard those rumblings. And I don't believe everybody is lying. And so you don't get any pass from me because you took your kids in the yellow water with the mosquitoes. No, no, no. You're still terrible. And I think that, yes, time will tell. And if the FBI is not bought and paid for, you will be in the federal penitentiary. So that's my time.
I appreciate you, E. Manila Poppin, you're up.
I agree again with E. Um, as we like Wendy, we grew up with them. We know them. 90s, whatever. We've been there with all of his name changes. We know his dad was a pimp. We know his mother. She basically upheld what the father did. She upholds what the son does. He put his mother on the pedestal, and it looks as if he tried to morph the women around him to look like his mother, back in the 90s with the blue contacts and the blonde wigs. He tries to act like he came from the street. He was hood. No, he was in private schools. I mean, everything about Puffy has always been game. He just has a gift for gab. I know Jamal, aka Shine, before he ever got on anybody's platform. Regular, up at his cousin's house, up on Rutland Road in Brooklyn, we all laughing. And to watch how this young man transitioned from a fun, go-loving person to this gangster-like person once he got around Puffy, and then what he was served for, basically, thank you for your services. I just sat back and I watched. You watch Biggie get terminated. You watch Pop. You watch Shine. You watch all of them, Black Rob, all of them, and yet Puffy always comes back on a winning end. And I think that's what his children are banking on. Not so much the younger girls, but those older men that he has, not children, but grown men. I think he's shown them the way. Look, I've done this. They've seen this. He's got himself out of this. He's got himself out of that, and he'll get himself out of this too. And all of you who's not on his side, you're gonna learn. You're gonna see. We don't even know how long that still photo was taken. We have nothing to go by. We can only go by what he's feeding out to the public for Black women, like you did say, Black women to get and go, ooh, look at him with his children. He's such a good dad, and his children love him. And we need to rally behind him, because when Black men tend to get in trouble, they always tend to look for the Black woman to always, get them out of the predicaments that they put themselves in. However, we're never good enough once you've come to wherever you feel like you need to be in life. Not all.
No.
So Puffy, everybody has to pay the piper. And it's, I don't know when, we don't know the day, we don't know the time. But Diva, if you remember, you made a predicament about a month or two ago when it started with the feds. And you was like, I give it until August for an indictment. And I said I agree. Because when the feds when you start seeing them make movements, that's not when they just started. That's not state agency. Federal does the proper probing. They do the proper investigations, because once they get up in front of their judges, they want it to stick. So I believe them investigations have been going on for years. That little Rod guy and all of them, you notice how you don't see him anymore? I believe they are in protective custody. I believe they are building their case. Puffy knows that they're building their case. All the rest of these cases that's right now in the public eye is just fluff. The young girl with this whole in Canada, and them trying to throw out little tidbits of where she is and all of this, that, and the third. That's to throw your attention away from what's really going on. But I do believe by August, we're going to start seeing big, big, big wheels going to start turning. And a lot of people who we thought was faves are going to start going down the pipeline with him. That's why they're all so quiet right now. And that's it.
Can I say thank you? We got an avid watcher up here tonight. And Diva, can I say one thing? Because the lady who we thought it was backstage, I know I don't want to say the name on live. I don't know if you want to do that. But I just Googled her. And how about somebody being messy? When you Google the person's name, it says, are they from Canada? All of a sudden, that never used to appear under her name.
Smoking mirrors.
She's not from Canada, the name we're talking of, because the reason why they caught her and they got her from Detroit, Michigan, that's where she's from. But I tried to look too just now, to be honest with you, behind the scenes to see, did she move to Canada?
And I just said, where does she live? And it's the third thing under Google. It says, is she from Canada? Girl, I said, even Google is messy.
Messy, because that's the first time I heard that piece. She lives in Canada now. I said, okay. Wayne, you're up.
He made a legacy full of accomplishments, everything.
Okay.
And traded it in for a possible jail cell, or traded in to be a possible pariah of society, because people look down on that. And what is it? When you get everything, you got the money, you got the houses, you got everything, and you're bored. You must be bored. Because you have everything. I mean, and as if power wasn't enough to control people. But he gonna learn. Because obviously he ticked off the wrong person.
Okay.
And the old saying, he blanked around and found out.
Messed around and found out. I appreciate you, Wayne. We're going to roll right into the last story. And our last story, remember I titled this Unusual Circumstances. See, the student kind of messed around and found out herself too, right? The thing is, at the end of the day, even when we're entrepreneurs and work for ourselves, we're still at the mercy of others. Yes, we are. We're still at the mercy of others, right? So you always have to watch what you do, follow the rules, the laws, the regulations. You will never be above it all. So let me go ahead and share screen and we'll get into this last story. So it's unapologetic. A high school student is expelled for live streaming vicious school fight, but says she did it because it's what her generation does. But we talk about that often. You can't do what others do. You understand? Let me make sure this the story I want to play is about to play and not a different one. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. All right, let me see 1 second. Okay, while I'm waiting for it to kind of load up here, I'll start reading it. So a high school student has spoken out against a California school district after she was expelled for live streaming a fight. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if it I don't know why it's not. Okay. I don't know why it's acting up. 1 second, guys.
As a March 2024 bride and a wedding planner, I'm always looking for ways to help myself and my brides save money on their wedding. And let's break down.
Oh, that's I'm understanding. All right. So you know what? I'll see if I can bring it up later. Let me get out of this. Okay, no, it still wants to play this with her. That's not what we want. Okay. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm going to stop sharing and try to go back to the story. But in the meantime, so what happened was she live streamed the fight. They kicked her out of school. They suspended her. They told her that she signed paperwork. She said, listen, I know what we signed about conduct for the school. However, she said, I did nothing different than everybody in my generation pretty much does. We live stream everything. So she said, and she asked for forgiveness. She apologized. She said she was wrong, which she could not understand, and I couldn't understand either. She said, how come she is being expelled, but the people that had the fight are still able to go to school, go to the prom, carry on with life, but she feels like she is being made an example of. In my opinion, as I try to bring back up this story, I don't know if my screen is acting up. You want to talk about, just talk for a minute about how, these young kids, she's saying that it's just what the kids do. They live stream everything. Do you think she should get a pass because she just did what her generation does by turning on her camera when this fight happened and live streaming it?
Well, first of all, everybody, please hit the like button, okay? Diva come every night, and she be dealing with a lot, but she still come here. So please hit the like button.
I appreciate you.
Secondly, I do think the kids do live stream, and I think the teachers live stream a lot as of recently. And so I think we're in the age of social media. And so many people are trying to cut down because they don't want you to see what's going on in the schools. They don't want you to know that these schools don't have no control over these kids. And so, yes, I think they made an example out of her. I think it's wrong because if you didn't give the kids that was fighting that harsh punishment, you definitely shouldn't have gave my child it. I do think her parents should fight it because that doesn't seem like a class 3 liability, and that's what that would be. To be expelled from school. And I do think they need to take it up with the board because here's the thing. Yeah, she made a mistake. Okay, she didn't harm anybody in you know what I'm saying. She didn't do any of that. there's people that was out there that was actually hitting people and harming each other. They shouldn't be held liable for a mistake. You got to give kids room to make a mistake. If she came there and honestly apologized and was remorseful, why you can't give her a warning this time?
Right. I agree. Thank you so much for that. Hold on. I think I might be able to play it now. Let me share.
Welcome to the UMC Connect experience. From TechnoGym wristband technology that integrates straight into our equipment to unlimited studio classes like group cycle, Pilates, dance, and yoga. And did I mention private rooms for free weights? That's unlimited classes, biometric assessment, and no hidden fees. UMC Connect keeps you physically fit and medically fit for the perfect fit. UMC Connect Medical Fitness Center inside UMC's new Health and Wellness Hospital.
I got a substantial academic scholarship, $19,000 to go to a university, and I'll be practicing law after I graduate.
Zoe already took her senior graduation pictures and purchased her prom dress, but she can't go to the dance or walk in her commencement this month at Ayala High School in Chino Hills because the 17-year-old was expelled. She says all she did was live stream this video of a physical altercation between two students inside of her classroom.
In our generation, like, you go live to do makeup, to do everything. So it was just like going live just to go live. I didn't, it wasn't in my intent to purposely or try to cause harm to anyone.
The Chino Valley Unified School Board says it cannot comment on this incident due to student confidentiality laws. But an official expulsion letter from the board accuses Zoe of violating 3 education codes. They have to do with cyberbullying, intimidation, harassment, and attempting to cause physical injury to another person. So we asked Zoe if she did those things or played any role in orchestrating this encounter.
No, it was just more of like an impulsive thing. It was just bad judgment on my part.
But the letter from the board says her presence on campus would present a continued danger.
It's very hurtful to me to hear these things said about her, knowing who she is and the integrity that she has.
Zoe's mom says she's aware that the district's student-parent handbook mentions possible disciplinary actions that could lead to expulsion.
We did sign a document, but so did the other student who got in a fight in the classroom, and he gets to walk.
Zoe says she poured her heart out in an apology to the board, hoping it would reconsider and only suspend her, but she feels like it didn't even matter.
Everyone was working against me, the whole Chino Valley Unified School District, and they knew that they wanted to make an example out of me, and that's what they did.
Welcome to the
I don't know
UMC
why
Connect
my
experience.
computer's acting up, but that's the gist of the story. She says she feel like she's being used as an example. I do agree with her. You know what? I don't know. Not getting in notification for the lives. Anyone else? So unsubscribe and subscribe again. I hate when it does that. But thank you for coming through and being here. Katrina, you're up.
This is a catch-22. The reason why I say that is because, like the other kids, we don't know if they signed documents. She signed the document. And the thing that messed her up, even though the two was in there fighting, Diva, but see, they was fighting in school. And yeah, they was wrong. And normally when when you fight in school, you'll get suspended or whatsoever. But see, by her putting it online, that put it out there like it's violence. So she was promoting violence. I think it's wrong because kids been doing this forever, and that should have been stopped from the get-go. She shouldn't be the one that they stopped it on. It should have been stopped a long time ago. But by her signing that paperwork, that's what's really messing her up. And if she wouldn't have probably had a live going, she probably wouldn't have been suspended. But see, them other two that was fighting, they didn't put it online. They was fighting at the school. Therefore, their thing is only going to be suspension from the school. So they do get to walk. Because when you fight at school, was it 5 days, 3 days, or whatsoever, and you come back. Sometimes they send you to the juvenile center, and they'll send you back. But the only thing that messed her up is she put it online. That was her downfall right there. And yes, that's what they do. That's what we see all the time. We turn on our YouTube, we turn on TikTok, we turn on Instagram or whatsoever, and that's what we see fighting. We see it. We see Kate all the time, and that's what they do. But they should have stopped this a long time ago, because when one child see it, they want to be the one to go viral, and this one want to go viral. But I hope that she can get back in, because I do feel sorry for her or whatsoever. So I do hope they'll let her, even if she don't walk with them, just give her graduation papers. She even got to walk.
Let me add. She's she had to go to alternative school. They're
Wow.
buckling down. They not playing with her. She's in an
Yeah,
alternative
that's what I'm
school.
saying. They messing her up. That's what I'm saying. They really making an example out of her. But the only thing that she did, the thing that she did was wrong, was she live streamed it. If she would have never put it out there on the internet, I don't think that she would be getting the punishment that she's getting. And like I said, with the other ones that was fighting, they getting suspended because, see, they didn't, even though they promoting fighting whatsoever, they're gonna get their punishment with is like being suspended from school. I feel sorry for her, I really do. I hope that they would let her just do something, because I really do feel sorry for her, because I'm quite sure if she thought that that was going to happen, she would have never did it. But,
Yeah,
the
it's sad.
system is messed up. The system is messed up. And then like I said, she signed them papers. That's the thing that messed her up.
No,
She
the
signed them
whole
papers.
school has to sign the papers. I
I
think.
mean, yeah, the whole, not just her, but I'm just saying, but that's what I'm saying. But see, the only thing about her was she put it out there on the internet. So if it's like it's promoting violence, even though the violence was in the school, but there wasn't violence that they put out there on the internet, and that was messed her up.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's sad. That's
It's,
all I got for that, Diva.
thank
But
you.
that's sad.
Q. Was she using the video to just show it off or bring awareness? The team who recorded George Floyd did it to bring awareness. She helped the world know what happened. I feel like this is different. Q, thank you for that. I think her simple response is, I'm doing what all the people in my generation do. And unfortunately, that is that generation. Something happens, instead of them running to go get help, they think, turn on my phone, let me go viral. Turn on my phone, let me go viral. That's what they're thinking. And unfortunately for her, with her school, it cost her. It cost her big time. It's very sad. Tay, you're up.
Say this is sad right here. This girl can't go no prom, no graduation because of this right here. Y'all had to sign papers, stuff right there. If I was her mama, I would give me a lawyer and I will sue that school right there myself.
Yeah.
Because this is ridiculous. She just showed the world how it is going on. Because your kids get bullied, cyber bullied, pick on, you name it. That's all, Diva.
I appreciate you. Julius, you're up.
You know what? Yeah, she is bringing awareness. And you want to know what she's bringing awareness to? The crookedness in the education system. Now, I'm a millennial exennial. Tail end. This was going on when I was in high school almost 20 years ago.
Okay.
So this is not new. This is not anything. And yeah, folks was posting it on social media then. But we all got to walk. I went running just to view the fight like, ooh, let me get out my popcorn. Cricketness and discrimination in this school district that she's from. Because I would have came down hard on the two that were fighting.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're going to talk, let's talk. So obviously that means they got people in their pockets that was able to get them out. Oh, you just got a small suspension, whatever. But this young lady didn't do a thing. And so I'm going to echo what Tay saying. If I was her mama, it's good that they went to the media, but I would be planning a lawsuit. Because you're going to come down on me, but they were fighting. Oh, okay. We'll see about that.
Thank you so much, Julius. E, you're up.
Well, I'm going to be on the car alone, and that's fine because I can stand the heat. Um, if you had $19,000 in scholarships and you were planning on going to law school, then you should have acted like it.
Ooh.
We have to stop with the woe is me. She said it herself, she made a bad decision. So if she knows she made a bad decision, I don't see why anybody else is going to sit up here and act like she made anything other than a bad decision. My problem with her and her mother is they tried to spin this and make this about the other students. Well, the other students get to walk. Well, listen here. Kids fight every day, and depending on the injuries, if there are any injuries, sometimes kids simply get in school suspension. Fighting does not always equal out of school suspension or expulsion. That's just standard. And the school handbook, I know mine and I know the one for my daughter's school is public record, is online. And so I'm sure that these people know the process for fighting, especially if this was their first fight and they had a perfect record before. There's no need to expel them. But it's different. Like Katrina said, when you record the incident and you post it, because there are two things that happen here. One, you are casting a negative light on this school because other parents may be weary now because now this school is forever tainted because now they're seeing footage. Parents know that kids fight, but when you have evidence of it, that's different. You're casting this school in a negative light. And then also, like the paperwork said, and this, oh, sorry. And like the paperwork said, when you read it, she's causing injury to those other kids on film. What about their scholarships? What about their reputations? This video is going to be out here forever. And those other kids have parents. And I'm a mom. And if I ever saw a video of my child fighting on the internet, damn right, I'm going up to that school. And I want to know who recorded it, who posted it, and where can I send my demand letter. I have a problem with that. It's been said that the school has expelled her. I think you said, and now she has to go to alternative school. Oh, I love that. I love that. What does that YouTube pastor say? Absolutely. I told y'all before, we need more strict laws for these cell phones. People should not be able to record you in a public setting and post you on their personal social media account in an attempt to go viral, gain notoriety, and ultimately profit from it. No way. No, I don't think so. And don't even think of trying to conflate the issue that she was trying to bring awareness. She wasn't trying to bring awareness. She was being messy. I know we're not going to try to conflate this with George Floyd. Now, come on now. People about to fall off the step stool. They reach it so hard. I hope this case is a warning to other students. Stop recording other people because first y'all say the school has no control over the kids. Then when the school tries to change the culture and implement some consequences, y'all say the system is crooked. We cannot minimize the severity of bad decisions. These phones are a problem. And yes, fighting is not good. However, the fight ended that day. The video lives on forever. She has to be held accountable for that.
Woo! So it's a catch-22, right? With this not streaming. There has been times where people caught stuff on video and it saves lives. So
that's what I'm saying, Diva, is a catch-22. I mean,
and this particular school, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they're more mad that it was streamed, that there was a fight in this school, versus the fact that she streamed it. And I'm in agreement with the parents in terms of how does one that started the fight, they still get the walk, they're still going to prom, they're still in the school, but the one child gets kicked out. That is not making sense to me. Manila Poppin, you're up.
Again, he knocked it out the park. For me, you have to, the line has to be drawn. Okay, we have a president who ran his entire presidency on the World Wide Web, and we see what that brought this nation. These children on Facebook, if you're on any type of social media, you could just be minding your business. I pretty much have a very small niche of people on my Facebook. You'll scroll and all of a sudden you see the most horrific type of fight ever. Just someone just decided to stream it. If they don't take a stand, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. So the point is, when does the school actually make a stand? With her actually live streaming that, she opened that school to a lawsuit because now she has people's faces out on the World Wide Web. That's personal injury. Then you have, like someone said, these other kids are probably maybe going to school also. This is going to live on forever. This entire, this society now, these children now, everything is about bullying. That could start another rift within the school because everybody has it on their phone. They're laughing. They see the person, they poking fun. It never ends. And that's what, next thing you know, somebody's child has committed suicide because someone was bullying them. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But it's a trickle down effect. So my thing is, you have to take a stance. Again, the other ones were suspended. We assume she was expelled. Again, she opened Pandora's box by live streaming it. Everything can't be on the internet. Yes, there has been many instances that people have recorded things and it really came out to be something good, because if it wasn't recorded, we wouldn't have proof, or it wouldn't have turned out to be a better situation. But a fight in school, I mean, come on, we all fought in school, but back in our day, there was no recording. It basically stopped there and that was it. Now it continues and continues and continues. And with her doing what she did, again, she basically put people's faces on the World Wide Web. She actually opened up personal injury type of lawsuits. Parents is probably now streaming mad, getting attorneys involved, because again, you're messing up their lives as well. So you got, these children have to stop sometimes and just think. Don't follow suit. Don't tell me, oh, that's what my generation does. If your generation jumps off the freaking roof, will you do that as well? Like,
Come
you
on,
have
Melanie.
to have some common sense.
That's right.
And
Wayne, you're up. She got it spelled, Wayne. She got it spelled.
Right. My thing is that it's no way you go. I just can't believe if this girl, if she maybe a great student, whatever, made one mistake. And we know people, they make mistakes. And if that was in the bylaw, not the bylaws, whatever the rules of the school and stuff like that, and she made a mistake, so you're going to crucify her for the rest of her life. This is a one-time thing. Okay, she made a dumb mistake. Okay, of doing that. But would it have been any different if she had recorded, saved it, and then went home and put it on there? This is an example of they are ticked off because the information is out on their school. Okay, and them kids, they probably got worse pictures than that online. Since this is the age where they're online and stuff like that, it was probably nothing to them. But to expel all that, why should you have to, it just should be some kind of grace or something. It's too late. Is this the year she graduates?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not even if her family wanted to fight it, it's not enough time.
Right.
Okay, so she's going to miss the whole thing. It's a lesson learned, but I think the school was too harsh. I just think they were too harsh, because I can't see them doing that, And when she goes on to college, and becomes a great lawyer, and now you got to be defended, not her, but one of these people that's like, oh no, she shouldn't, she getting what she deserves, and they got to defend you. No, I just think it should be some grace. I mean, You know, you got the teachers that's having affairs with children. And down here, the judge said one of them told the lady she was too pretty to go to jail. Yeah, this here in Florida. The judge said she was too pretty. And they give them saying, come on now, this could have been an opportunity. Look, she messed up. Sweetie shouldn't have done that. It could be some kind of other punishment, but deny her from walking across the stage.
It's a lot.
Come on, that's a
She'll
lot.
get it in the mail.
It's a lot. Yeah. Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate you. Felicia, you're up.
Hey, everybody. Good evening. I just came up here to tell you this is a story of another failing school. Okay. It's failing. Okay. It's underserved, economically.
Thank you, Miss Felicia.
They got a lot of kids in this school who they are not really preparing to be competitive for college. You know, they have them taking a lot of other courses in terms of maybe, you know, the coin phrase hospitality, but you're really going into the fast food industry to be a burger flipper. So, with that said, they're taking an extremely, you know, I love you and I understand your background. I think they're being extremely harsh on this young woman, considering that they haven't served the children in this school on a whole in a way to truly prepare them for anything. So, listen, I hope nobody in the chat got a kid in this school, but that high school diploma ain't going to matter much. Let the girl go ahead and walk, okay, and get her diploma, and maybe this will be a life moment for her. She won't do it again. Okay, she won't do it again, and she'll remember. If any of you do happen to have a relative in that school and they're in the 9th grade, try to get them transferred out now, okay? Because the future doesn't really look very promising for most of these students. So that's why I came up to give the data, give the facts. Thank you, Diva.
Thank you.
Thanks, Felicia. I was saying, where's Felicia when you need her?
That's another thing, Diva. That's
to come through with the facts, because I just think that this is just harsh. But
see, that's another thing, though, Diva. If the school is failing and if she's passing with academic grades, she should be the one they make sure that she graduate and walk.
That's not what they care about, though, right? Because that's why Felicia said it's a failing school.
All about
what they care
but
about.
But already used a test score.
Come on, Julius. What they care about is their image. So it's about screaming that fight and letting it get out to the world that their school is what they pretended to be was so prestigious is out now, that a whole wilding out fight happened at that school. So they're pissed at her.
Correct. And they're punishing her.
Yeah.
In a very harsh way.
But that's what I said. She messed up by live streaming it. You know, that's what we do. That's what they do. But that's what messed her up. If she would have never live streamed that, she would have never got. I don't think she would have got suspended or went through all the stuff that they did to her. But by her live streaming and showing what was going on in the school, or showing that the kids was in there fighting, that was messed her up.
Well, what if she had posted it later?
It's harsh, but that's what messed her up.
But what if she had posted it later?
She shouldn't post it at all.
That's when she put that video out.
Hold on one second. Right. She shouldn't have posted it at all. She shouldn't have live streamed it. But what I'm saying is she did it, right? Yeah. And what happened to give a suspension, give a talking to, give her something, give her whatever. Because the simple fact is this girl had a one-time infraction, and you're letting the person that actually was duking it out, you letting them walk. So that tells you right there, they were more pissed about the simple fact that this posted it and went live, and they're sticking to it. Like she said, even though she wrote that apology letter, she said they already made their decision. They were all against her, like, no, you got to go. It was almost like how dare you let the world know that our school is allowing this, or this could possibly happen in our school.
Diva.
Yeah, hold on one second. And
Okay, go ahead.
she says out of her own mouth that she knew the penalty. No. What she said out of her own mouth is that they know. Let me tell you something. Every school, well, I can't say every, a lot of schools, because my son's school had it. You get all of this paperwork sent home at the beginning of the school year. You got to sign, your parent have to sign. And I'm not saying this right, wrong, or indifferent. There's not too many that are reading through the whole handbook, the whole school handbook. So what happened was they made the parent aware and the child aware once they let them know that you're getting kicked out, this, that, and other. And they like, hold on, wait a minute. Well, then they bring out the paperwork. Come on, y'all. We got to do this now. We're going to do this. Let's be truthful. Let's do this. Then they brought out the paperwork with their signature on it. Remember, you signed at the beginning of the year with this date right here that you understand if you did this, that, and the other. And it wasn't clearly written out, or if you live stream something. No, they lumped it into one of their laws that was written on there and told them that's what it meant. You live stream, so that's it, you out of here. That's what happened. I don't know. I skimmed through the handbook and then I signed the paper that said, you got the handbook, you're going to abide by this, that, and the other. But I don't know a parent in the world that is memorizing the handbook and telling their kid every day or every other day, make sure when you go to school, you don't do this, you don't do this. This is rule number 15. Make sure you don't do that. Come on, let's stop. Stop. It's not the way that it goes down. E, you wanted to say something?
I did. I think because I can tell you, I don't know everything that's in the handbook, but what I do know is the misconduct tiers. Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. Moderate to serious. And that inappropriate recording and distribution using personal communication devices, that is a no-no. That is a no-no. And I am glad about it. And I really want to say that this may have been an issue for this school before, and this may be why they are taking such harsh penalty, because it seems egregious to her, but I have said it before, and I know that there are other parents and some teachers who agree with me as well. These cell phones are an issue. It's an issue. And the two people fighting and duking it out, we could have forgotten about that and moved on. The thing is, now you've immortalized the event. It lives on forever. And that taps into that cyberbullying. And even if I can't remember who said it earlier, someone said something about, well, the kids still get to walk. Well, they're victims now too, because had it just stayed between these two and she never inserted herself, then this still wouldn't be going on. And I'm talking about me as a parent right now. There are girls who are intentionally going up to other girls and jumping them and recording them. As a mom, I would be mortified to see a video of my child on the internet being beaten. And so, no, that is a problem. That needs to stop. And I'm glad that the school is doing something about it.
Well, can I tell you this? See, there's another girl. Now, there's many stories about this girl because they're saying back and forth she was a bully before this happened, this, that, and the other. There was this other girl that got beat unconscious. The chick was banging her head on the cement. They got her and arrested her in 2.2 seconds because of the video. This happened at a school. So I get there's a different level of sensitivity because you're coming from the other side where people are recording you, where I don't think random recordings are right. I have seen people record it secretly, someone walking through a Walmart and saying, oh, laughing at the person's outfit, and now this person is going to be all over the internet and don't even know that they was being recorded. I think there's different levels to this recording thing, right? There are a lot of recordings that happen at these schools. If it were not for the recording, we would have to go by individual said word, and who knows what would happen. I did this story here on my channel where the kids cold smacked the teacher. He paying the piper right now. Cold smacked the teacher. That was recorded in the school. I didn't hear about the person that recorded and whatever getting suspended. So it's like when we're ready to stop something, we got to think about the different levels of it. And I understand. No, would I want to be recorded and put online? No, I would not. But this was a fight. And what I'm saying is the school is not being fair in this situation. I think the school's only motive is they're mad that their school was exposed for this fighting. It's not really about this girl. It's about the world finding out that their alleged prestigious school in this wilding out fight went on and went down. When you want to say something,
real quick, I want to say, like, what if somebody who was to do harm to the students in the school, and that was taking place, and this young lady live streamed it. So is there like a certain thing you can't live stream, but you can't do that, but somebody trying to, now you have evidence, and it's you got it on film, but it's also being video live streamed. So where do you do? I mean, this is the young lady said, well, this is what we do. So would it have been any different?
Yes, being a whistleblower is different than live streaming a fight. Being a whistleblower where somebody is doing harm to you and harm to other students, I can understand that. I support that. But two people duking it out and you just pulling out your phone and laughing and getting the kiki, no, I have a problem with that.
Well, what about the video that Diva did where the girl was at one of the restaurants? She worked there, and she live streamed it, and she got fired.
Oh, that's different. Those are adults. I'm talking about recording children getting.
Okay, well, what about the teacher that just went viral for having the girls take down his hair?
I have a problem with that. He recorded that. I have a problem with adults recording children.
Well, he got fired.
With children. I have a problem with children recording children, and I have a problem with adults recording children. It is against his contract to record children and put them on social media. Just like the kids should not be recording, the adults should not be recording either. You're not going to get any pushback from me. I'm consistent on that.
Hey, E, do you have a phone? Do you have a cell phone in your room, in your classroom?
Excuse me?
Hold on. No. Let's move on. Okay.
I think the thing that would change that, Diva.
No, please.
Okay.
Please. So I want to go ahead and roll into the feel good story. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right. I want to roll right into the feel good story. Do you believe in second chances? Okay. Do you believe in second chances? Let me see what Q said. She didn't record it and take it to the teachers or admin. She recorded it just to stream it. It's about the attention, in my opinion. You are right. We could go so much deeper into this story. Let me just go ahead and roll into the feel good story. I thought it was a good one about second chances. I hope it did not close out. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I have it.
Chance. Yep. And if so, what did you do with it? This morning, our lead national correspondent, that would be David Begnaud, introduces us to Gabrielle Perry. She's a Louisiana woman who was given a very unique opportunity. David, we've been waiting all morning for this story. Good morning to you.
Here we go. Good morning, my friend. Look, we all make mistakes, but not everyone gets someone who believes in them enough to take a risk and give them a second chance. That's what this story is about. So buckle up for a valuable life lesson and a surprise. The life of Gabrielle Perry has benefited from second chances that all began when she was born and given up for adoption.
I am the birth child of a woman who was incarcerated, and that was the story of how I came to be into this world.
The woman with that bright smile learned firsthand about second chances by watching her adoptive father, Thurman Perry, run his Louisiana lawn care business.
They don't make men like my daddy no more. The only people that he hired were the men from the local jail. They were from the prison work release program. He never treated them any differently.
Did he do that because he wanted to give them a second chance?
I believe so. In my heart, I really do.
Mr. Perry died before he could see his daughter go to LSU. But in your personal life back home, they were foreclosing on your family home. Your mom was sick.
I mean, it was just everything was falling apart, and desperation led to a lot of poor choices.
While in college, she got arrested.
I had taken money that I did not earn from my work-study job. I got caught, of course, and immediately confessed to it.
She was charged with 27 felonies. And even though she paid the money back, she had to face Judge Bo Higginbotham.
He just was so kind to me. And he asked me if I was ready to go back to school. It was almost like it was a collaboration. Like we were just having a meeting about my future. I feel like I was meeting with an advisor, and this was the judge on my criminal case. And there was just so much humanity in that moment, and it really changed the trajectory of my entire life.
Wow. Wow. The judge decided not to give her jail time. And that was another second chance.
Dear Judge Higginbotham,
It meant so much to her that she wrote him a letter.
I stood before you just about 7 years ago as a first-time nonviolent offender. When you called my case, you were incredibly kind to me. Your decision to not punish me saved my life. And because of that, I get to go save other people's lives now too. In deep sincerity, Gabrielle Angelique Perry. Oh my God, hi.
Ms. Perry, how are you?
It's nice to see you again,
Yeah.
sir. I didn't think they would bother you with this.
No, they're not bothering me at all. I keep your letter on my desk every single day. It gives me inspiration to do what I do every single day.
He took her to his chambers to show her he wasn't kidding.
I took a lot of care in making that letter. I really just never thought that it even got to you. I just sent it because I felt like
Been sitting right here.
Even after the judge showed mercy to her, she struggled.
we are in a place that I was homeless the longest.
Bathing in a bucket, walking 3 miles a day to work. That was her life, she says, for nearly 3 months after her arrest.
My peers, my sorority sisters, everyone kind of just led the charge in just isolating me.
And that experience gave definition to what has become her passion project, the Thurman Perry Foundation, named for her daddy. The foundation gives financial assistance and essential public health resources to women and girls impacted by incarceration.
My education saved my life. Being able to educate women and girls is not just a nicety, it's a public health measure, it's a public safety measure.
And that leads us to Tamika Starks, the first of more than a dozen incarcerated women to get a $1,000 scholarship from the Perry Foundation.
Oh my goodness.
They had never met until this moment inside the Louisiana Women's Prison.
It's okay, we're here together. It's a moment. You just look exactly like all your pictures, and I keep all your letters, and I just,
Yeah.
and I'm just so happy.
Yeah, I'm happy to see you, and I'm grateful for the work that you do. You are giving us ladies a voice. So there's purpose in the pain, there's purpose in the opposition, there's purpose in your tears. We are very, very grateful.
Starks is serving a 20-year sentence for manslaughter. What is your story about how you came to be here?
Well, I came to be here through domestic violence. I remember calling the police multiple times. And I also called the domestic violence hotline a couple times, and I was told to get a dog. To get a dog. So in the moment, instead of running away, I ran towards him and I shot my husband. And he died.
So in awarding a scholarship to her, what is your hope?
Essentially, women who are incarcerated, they're erased. I want to be able to give them a sense of dignity and to be able to give them a sense of purpose.
Just as Judge Higginbotham gave to her.
Your decision not to punish me is definitely reverberated. We have a scholarship program, especially, which is honestly a direct result of you letting me go back to school. I got to pull myself and my mom out of poverty. I got to I got to be somebody.
Well, I played a very minor role in this. You are the person that did everything.
But in fact, he empowered her to go on to get 3 degrees, including a master's of public health in epidemiology. She is now a 29-year-old epidemiologist studying infectious diseases.
A lot of us move through life and people are nice to us, but it doesn't stop us and give us pause. What is it about kindness that gives you such pause?
There's been such a lack of it. There's such a lack of it in the world in general. It's like you forfeit that by having crossed through a jail cell. It's like you are no longer worthy of that. And I don't believe that.
And so when someone is kind to you, it has the ability to literally change the trajectory of your life.
I'm living proof of that.
Oh, wow. There are so many layers to that story, David Begnaud. I don't even know where to begin. The Judge Higginbotham, wow.
Wasn't it cool bringing the two of them?
Yes.
together? By the way, the judge didn't remember the moment 7 years ago, but when we called and said, hey, listen, we're bringing her, could she read the letter in your courtroom? He said, I got to meet her. It's been on my desk. And sure enough, for 2 years, it has sat in the corner of
That
his
says
desk.
something about him, though. I love when she said it was like talking to a counselor as opposed to the judge who was supposed to sentence her in the case.
Yeah. And, when we talk about the public health resources, she provides feminine products to the women's prison in Louisiana. And it was really the Orleans Parish Sheriff who first took a chance on her because she said, listen, women need organic feminine products, not this stuff out of the machine that have, strips in it that aren't particularly safe, right? And so they believed in her, they bet on her, and now every quarter she delivers these to women in the prison system. And so
it really just shows that people who have a record, who committed a crime, they are not what they did on their worst day with their worst decision. There's so much more.
Yeah, and on top of that, individuals that have an opportunity have influence on somebody's life and can change that. Send them in the wrong direction saying, no, you are your mistakes. Or just like Judge,
he saw something, Nate.
You know what? You are not your mistake.
Yes.
I'm not only going to get out your way and let you go forward, I'm going to lend you a helping hand and encourage you to speak that into your heart. That is an incredible.
Can I just say something about Gabrielle's hair? Love her hair.
Pretty fabulous.
When I was a little kid, if I wore it like that, my grandmother would say, girl, go comb your hair. Now that's an actual hairdo. My daughter wears her hair like that. A lot of people do it. It's just really striking.
Loud and proud. I love it.
Yes, me too.
I am so fascinated by a single moment of kindness and what it has the potential to do.
No doubt about it.
Change this woman's life.
Thank you so much.
Excellent story.
A simple moment of kindness can change a person's life. I understand that, everyone's heated in different directions on what this student did. She's young. What if that school would have just gave her just a chance, an opportunity to go ahead and walk across that stage, to go ahead and finish high school with her fellow students, and to go ahead and attend that prom? Thank God, God bless this judge. He gave this girl a chance. And look at what she did with that chance. Everything doesn't have to be this harsh, hardcore punishment. And I'm not saying I don't understand or did not understand the different sides and views on this story. I think sometimes we split it down the middle. Either you're going to get it and we lashing you, or either we're going to let you pass. The gift of discernment. It's just, I when I came across this story, I was crying initially. Beautiful girl, went through a life, and it's odd that she was born in the prison, got out, had a beautiful family. They raised her well. But once they died, unfortunately, the lifestyle died with the dad. She made a wrong turn and made a bad decision when it came to money. And what I don't understand, and listen, all you sororities and fraternities out there, do not beat me down. But I notice as soon as one of your so-called sisters or brothers make one mistake, the sisterhood or the brotherhood is over. That's a whole nother story in and of itself. She said the sorority sisters even left her out to dry. Listen, guys, I thank you for being here. If you didn't hit the like button coming in, hit the like button on the way out. Thank you so much. Good night and goodbye, everybody.